Hey guys, Adam with the Christian Hunter here. Earlier this year in October, I actually wrote on how my truck got broken into and a lot of my hunting stuff got stolen. One of the things that was actually stolen was my Irish setter boots. So I turned in a claim, and God was really good to me because I got all of the money for everything. Nothing was depreciated, and so I actually got quite a bit of money. I decided that one of the things that I would replace is obviously my boots. So I started looking around and deciding, which type of boot do I want, which company, which manufacturer, etc. And I was looking at Mindell, Handwag, Loa, Trek, Crispi, Asolo, all the kind of the big names. And so I came across a video that I believe it was Free Roam Films did, and he was comparing the Thor to the Ocelo Hunter, and he had mentioned that he got it at Sierra Trading Post. Well, they actually did have it, and so at the price, I really couldn't pass it up. So I ended up buying that, and that was basically going to be my deer boot. Once I decided that I was actually going to get a second pair of boots, and I wasn't really sure which ones I wanted to get. And then during the Christmas time, the Thanksgiving sales and Cyber Week and all of that stuff, the Crispi boots actually went on sale for 20% off. And so it was just a deal that I couldn't pass up, but I didn't know which ones that I should get. So being that Sportsman's is local, I ended up buying the Crispi boots from Sportsman's, so that way if there was any issues I could just return them locally and I didn't have to deal with shipping and handling and everything. So I just want to go over the boots that I got. I'm only keeping 2 of them, and I'll send the other 2 back, but I want to go over the 4 pairs of boots that I got, what I liked about them, what I didn't like about them, and we'll just go over there. I'm not going to go over the pricing of them because I didn't want pricing to be a factor. I just wanted good quality boots where I wasn't going to get wet or cold. So the first pair of boots that I bought was actually the Ocelo Hunters. I actually really liked these boots. These were actually pretty nice. They're clean looking. They're stylish. They're actually really comfortable. In the Free Roams film, he had actually said that he actually chose these over the Thors, and the biggest reason was the toe box. And it is true, this toe box actually has quite a bit of room. So if you have claustrophobic feet, then this is really going to be a good boot for you. The other thing that I really liked about this boot is this strap that the lace goes through. You can really cinch down on this, and you can get your boot really, really tight if that's the way that you want to roll. I ended up not choosing this boot for 2 different reasons. Number one was the stiffness of the sole. I mean, this thing is so stiff. I mean, this is like a mountaineering boot. Crispi, their Thors, their Flex is pretty stiff, and this is stiffer than that. And so I just had a problem with that. It was like walking on a 2x4, and it's just too stiff for me. The other thing is right about here, I could feel it on the insole. And it could be just a simple, swapping out the insole for some super feet or something like that. But as I walked around, I could feel that ridge on the bottom of my foot, and I just didn't care for that. Other than that, this was a really nice boot. It's got a really nice, tread pattern. So if this is something that you're looking for, if you want a really stiff boot, wide toe box, this is a really good boot for you. Then I got the Thors here, the Crispi Thors. These are also a very nice boot, and again, this one has that strap right here where you can you can cinch this thing down so tight. The sole, this is a 4 Flex. It's pretty good. It's got a pretty good stiff sole, but not so much. Just walking around the house. I didn't think it was that stiff, and I don't think it would be that big of a problem. Like I said earlier, I'm used to Danners and Irish setters, and those things, you can bend those in half. So these are really nice. I ended up not going with these ones just because walking around, when it flexed, like I would step on my heel or on the side like this, and I could feel it on my heel right there. And I just kind of thought, you know, after a 10-hour day of hiking and side hilling and everything, that I don't think that this is the boot for me. Other than that, I mean, Crispi has a reputation for you know, out of the box ready, and this boot was extremely comfortable. The other thing that I noticed, which is not a big deal, but it actually has it has a Crispi sole, not a Vibram sole. So I mean, that's just something to note there. Other than that, it comes in this olive color, and it comes in orange, which is pretty sharp looking. Next boot is the Crispi Colorado. I love this boot. I haven't taken it outdoors yet, but you know, it is solid, super comfortable. It's a 4 flex, but it's not too stiff. It's sharp looking. It's got a Vibram sole. I really like the fact that it has a full leather rand all the way around. It's triple stitched. I kind of wish it had that, you know, the loop instead of the hook there, just so that you know, you can really cinch down your boot. But with that hook, you can't do it as well, but you can still get it cinched down pretty well. Again, right out of the box, super comfortable. Absolutely love this boot, and so I ended up deciding to keep this boot. And this boot will actually be my elk hunting boot when I'm a little bit more rugged country, you know, steeper country, doing a lot of side hilling. It was just a really comfortable boot. I like the tread pattern. Overall, I just really like this boot. Again, you know, I stood on the side like this for like 5-6 minutes, and you know, my ankles didn't hurt. It's got that ABSS, I believe it's called, you know, ankle support system. Really, really nice. I really like this boot. And then the last boot is the Crispi Summit. I ended up deciding to keep this boot. It weighs about 1.5 pounds, which I really liked. It wasn't too heavy. It's a 3 flex. So, you know, more for my deer country. I usually don't, you know, hunt too much crazy country and deer. But again, it's got a real nice tread pattern, Vibram sole. It's got a full rand on it, triple stitched. Again, super comfortable right out of the box. Somebody messaged me on Instagram just the other day, and they actually told me to go with a Loa because their Crispi Summits leaked like 2 days into their deer season. He could have just had a faulty boot or something like that, but other than that, I mean, I found no real negative reviews on the Crispi Summit. The Crispi Dakota is very similar to the Summit, but it is all leather instead of this Kadura, which I gotta be honest, I'm a little worried about the Kadura just because I've been an all leather kind of guy, but sometimes you gotta make a change. And with Crispi, you know, they make a boot that is real versatile. You know, it's a hiking boot, it's a hunting boot, you know, it's not too heavy, but it's not too light, it's not too soft, but it's not too stiff. You know, it's the best of both worlds, that when you get an animal down and you got to pack it out, you have a real nice boot. So those are the boots that I got. Again, I'm keeping the Colorados, which I believe these were 1.7 pounds. So, I mean, walking around the house, these things, they really didn't, you know, feel like 1.7 pounds. Barely even noticed them. But yeah, so I'll be keeping the Summits and the Colorados and returning the Thors and the Ocelos. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, you know, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But thanks for watching. God bless and happy hunting.